P4P Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button right now. Comment below, share, do all of that. I'm gonna do a little quick stream this morning. Quick little video for you guys. I most likely, my bad. I most likely will stream later on tonight. You know, just got a couple things I gotta get done today. A couple things, got to do around the house. Nonetheless, y'all don't want to hear about that. Y'all don't care. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's what I care about. You feel me? But it's your host F Merritt. We got a couple things going on, man. I mean, it's a lot. It's really a lot of stuff going on right now. Shakur Stevenson just beat the dog shit out of Jamel Herring. Salute to Jamel Herring. He's a warrior. All respect to him. Number one. Number two, then Shakur Stevenson comes out and says something about Top Rank is kind of like, protecting Oscar Valdez, and they don't want to have the fight, and Oscar Valdez and Navarrete are gonna be fighting. Like that's disrespectful, bro. If I'm Shakur Stevenson, I'd be pissed off. I'd be upset because how long have you been calling out Oscar Valdez? How long is Oscar Valdez gonna keep running from you? How long is Bob Arum gonna be protecting Oscar Valdez? How long is Bob Arum going to be marinating big fights for Shakur Stevenson? He got one big fight. I believe Jamel Herring was his best name on his resume. All right, because that's what a lot of people in the industry been saying. Oh man, he hasn't fought anybody. He's good. He has the skills, but he hasn't fought anybody. He doesn't have that name on his resume. He has Jamel Herring. Not only did he like defeat Jamel Herring, he stopped Jamel Herring. It was a landslide. I don't think Jamel Herring even won a round. No disrespect to him, man. He was a great champion. I believe he defended his title 3 or 4 times. Um, I just Shakur Stevenson just has it all, man. You can see. I mean, we already know his boxing skills. He controls distance. Great jab. Great endurance. He's very smart. Very tactical in there. You miss, he makes you pay. A lot of people were calling him the young Floyd in there against Jamel Herring. Now the issue I have is I want him in a fight with Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez, coming off of a fight that he arguably lost, and the whole controversy with the herbal tea and testing positive stuff. I'm not saying he's a cheater, but if you test positive, you test positive. It is what it is. At the same time, Shakur Stevenson has been chasing Oscar Valdez for 2 divisions. How long are you gonna keep running, Bob? Like Bob, when are you gonna make Oscar Valdez take on Shakur Stevenson? Now, if I'm Bob Arum, I'm gonna milk it. I'm gonna milk it. I'm gonna marinate it. If I'm Bob Arum, because think about it, Shakur Stevenson's what, 22, 23? He has plenty of time. I don't know how old Oscar Valdez is. I'm not really sure on that, but I would imagine he's in his late 20s, early 30s, maybe. Let me look this up, matter of fact. Oscar Valdez is, in fact, 30 years old. 30 years old. Yeah, he's 30 years old. So, I mean, you have time. Maybe you can milk this maybe a year or two, maybe. But then again, you got to look at Shakur Stevenson. He's a growing boy. That boy can go to 135 and be comfortable right now. Everybody at 135 should be terrified. I know Shakur Stevenson just got to 130, right? But to me, the biggest fight that makes sense for Shakur Stevenson, if Oscar Valdez is taking on Navarrete, which I think is a very interesting fight. I like Navarrete. He just keeps coming. I like him. He's very skillful. I think the biggest fight for Shakur Stevenson that could make sense for him would be a Lomachenko fight. That's right, I said it. Lomachenko against Shakur Stevenson at 130. Lomachenko shouldn't even be fighting at 135. All right. I don't know if the fight between Lomachenko and Richard Comey is set in stone yet. I don't know if they signed the contracts, this, that, and the third. But if I'm Lomachenko and I know Teofimo is not gonna fight me and give me my rematch, because Teofimo, listen, let's be real. I think Teofimo is gonna take on Kambosos whenever that fight happens. Jesus. I feel like that fight's not gonna happen until about 2057. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, they're supposed to be having it, I think, on the zone. So that Teofimo Lopez and Cambosa is supposed to be happening. So Teofimo Lopez, he's been having a hard time making 135, man. He's a growing boy as well. He wants to go to 140 so bad. Everybody, everybody's waiting on Josh Taylor. I'm gonna be real. Josh Taylor is controlling everything because he's undisputed at 140. We have guys that want to move up from 135 to 140, but the way their contracts are set up, their minimum, amount of money that they make, they have to. It has to be a championship fight. It has to be for a vacant belt. They have to have a belt on the line. They can't just move up to 140 and just sit there, end up taking a fight to get comfortable in the weight, and then by the time they're ready to fight, Josh Taylor's already dispersed the belts, and then somebody else is fighting for a vacant belt. You know what I'm saying? So the longer Josh Taylor stays at 140, I think he's taking on his IBF mandatory. I'm not sure. It's not on the top of my head right now, but he is going to be taking on his IBF mandatory, and he does plan to move up to 147. So that's what Josh Taylor's plans are. Now, in the meantime, we have Devin Haney that wants to move to 140. We have Teofimo Lopez that wants to move to 140. Ryan Garcia, I don't even know. Is Ryan Garcia even fight anymore? I know he just had, I believe he had hand surgery. A lot of people were kind of like, "Oh, here we go again, injured again," or mental illness stuff, or you saying you're gonna fight this guy, and you say you're gonna knock out Tank in 2 rounds. You're not fighting anybody but Tank, and then Manny Pacquiao comes up. All this crap, right? But a lot of people are waiting on. Not to mention, we got Adrian Bruner at 140. We got Robert Easter at 140. You know what I'm saying? You still got Jose Ramirez. I don't know if he's going to 47. I don't know. We got Regis at 140. He's waiting. He wants, he would love his rematch with Josh Taylor, but I think he would like a shot at a vacant belt as well. Mikey Garcia was trying to come back down to 140. He just recently lost. I don't know what the status is with him. So Josh Taylor is holding up a lot of stuff. Not to mention, Virgil Ortiz at 147. I believe he's the mandatory for Terence Bud Crawford. But if Josh Taylor moves up to 147, wouldn't he leapfrog Virgil Ortiz and automatically get that shot because he was undisputed? That's the same thing that Terence Bud Crawford did. That's a very interesting situation. Hell, if I'm Terence Crawford, hopefully we get the Spence fight next year. But if we don't, I would tell Josh Taylor and Virgil Ortiz, y'all fight each other and I fight the winner. Let's solve it that way because I think that's a very good fight. That is a damn good fight. Virgil Ortiz and Josh Taylor. Oh, I like that fight. But yeah, like I said, Josh Taylor's holding up 140. A lot of guys are 135, want to go to 140. Now, Shakur Stevenson just got to 130. But like I said, he's growing. He might come back and be like, you know what? Because it took him a while to weigh in. I mean, he's always made weight, but I mean, this time he looked big as hell. Like he looked big as hell. Like he looked like I don't know. He looked more muscular. He looked ready, man. He was ready for Jamel Herring, but at the same time, I think I don't know what his weight was. I believe it was like what one something on the dot, 130 on the dot or something. I'm not sure, but man, he looked big. All I'm saying is I would love to see Shakur go to 135 and shake it up because he's a big 135er, man. I seen a picture with Shakur Stevenson and Regis Progress. He's huge. He's huge. Like he's big as hell. Like he's damn near bigger than Regis. And Regis is a pretty big 140 pounder. But yeah, like I said, Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson makes the most sense. If Teofimo Lopez does not give Lomachenko the rematch, you need a title shot. Like I said, a lot of guys with their contracts, stuff like that. Lomachenko's not getting any younger. What is Lomachenko? 34? Something like that. A lot of wear and tear on him. He just the way how he just beat the dog shit out of Nagatani was ridiculous. Beat the living shit out of him. I didn't see that at all. I actually picked Nagatani. I was like, oh, he's too big for Loma. Loma can't handle it. Loma got in there and beat the living dog shit out of Nagatani. Nagatani might not ever be the same again. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Loma's on a mission. That's why I'm kind of scared for Richard Comey if that fight happens. Because Richard Comey, I mean, you stop the guy. You kind of recover from the Teofimo Lopez loss, but good God, the way how Loma's fighting, he's going to try to get you out of there. He's not going to play. He's not going to wait. He's not going to wait till round 7 to start throwing punches like he did with Teofimo. He's going to go right at you from the get go. Use his angles, not let you try to push him off his square. Calculate, hit you with punches and bunches. It's going to and mix up his punches as well. So that's another thing. You think it's just a little soft pity pat. He gonna hit you with some power here and there, knock your guard down, go around you. You try to hit, he's on the other side, catching you with a crazy angle. That's how Lomachenko. That's the best Lomachenko that we need right there. That's what we need. Always thinking, always moving. Feinting, throwing jab, mixing stuff up, combinations. That's what we need from Lomachenko. Not this waiting. Let me wait. Let me see what he knows. Feint a little bit, throw a jab, wait. Like, nah, let's go. But like I said, if Teofimo Lopez does not give Lomachenko that shot, Lomachenko might as well go ahead and move back down to the division he should be fighting at. Because, like I said, he's too small for 135. I know he's winning, but he's too small, and I think he would feel a lot better. And I think he would carry more power at 130. You have Shakur Stevenson, which is a very, very, very interesting fight. Not to mention they have sparred before, and Shakur Stevenson, I believe his comments were that Lomachenko wasn't able to do all of that, matrix stuff on him because, he pushed him off. You know what I'm saying? I kept my distance, but I pushed him off when he tried to use angles and stuff like that. That's exactly what Teofimo did. That's why he was so kind of successful, and he went to Loma's body as well. But yeah, that's what I think about Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko. Now, what else we got going on? Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford. Well. Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford. What? I think that's gonna be. Oh wait, no. Let me take that back. I'll get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Canelo, Caleb Plant, I believe, is in next week? Jesus. Next week, Canelo, Caleb Plant. I am picking Canelo for the stoppage in the middle rounds. Love Caleb Plant. Great fighter. Good skills. Very slick. Great. I think he lacks the power to keep Canelo off of him. Also, I think he's hurt his hand, and he gets tagged with overhand rights here and there, and he slows down in the second half of the fight. Now, with that being said, that's right up Canelo's alley. If you slow down the second half, guess what? I'm gonna make you slow down even faster. That, like I said, that's why I chose the middle rounds. Because if Canelo starts digging to your body and start trying to walk you down, it's a wrap if you don't have nothing to keep Canelo off of you. That's how that goes. I think even the whole situation at the press conference makes it even worse. I think Canelo really wants to get him out of there. For Undisputed 2, he'll be the first Mexican undisputed at 168. Man, come on, man. That's legacy. They're paying him $40 million, at least $40 million, $50 million. They're paying Canelo at least $50 million for that fight, right? I seen the undercard. It's shit. If shit could take a shit, that's how this undercard is. Now, I'm just saying on paper. Now, if the fights turn out to be great fights, it was a great night of boxing, cool. Respect to those guys. All I'm saying is, as a customer, as a consumer, as a fan, if you want me to pay $75 for a pay-per-view, you better give me some good product. I feel like we as fans want more than just the main event. We want a nice setup. We want a nice little card, something. Because, see, this is the issue with boxing. The fight, it'll be or it might be the fight, but then the undercard be trash. That's number one. Number two, UFC has a stacked card, and they give you the fight that you want in the main event. You can't beat that. Oh, speaking of UFC, this is what's going to make it worse. Not to mention, it's going to be a pretty bad night as far as pay-per-view buys goes for Canelo and Caleb Plant, because they got UFC. I don't know what UFC it is, 2 whatever, but Usman Covington 2, the rematch, is on the same night as Canelo Plant. My God. If I'm a casual, I'm watching UFC that night. If I'm a hardcore, I'm probably gonna watch UFC that night. Got to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like we all know what's gonna happen with this fight with between Caleb Plant and Canelo. I feel like we would like Caleb Plant to win, but like I said, he lacks the power to keep Canelo off of him. Slows down in the second half of the fights. Gets hit with overhand rights in the second half of the fights. Breaks his hand. I mean, hurts his hand from time to time. So what happens if his right hand just goes out early in the fight? You know, he tries to hit Canelo the wrong way. Now he's on a back pedal, and Canelo's just coming forward, walking you down, going to the body all night. He's getting stopped. Not to mention, he hasn't fought the top upper echelon or the type of fighters that are going to prepare him for a Canelo type of fighter. Not even Canelo, just a Canelo type of fighter. If Caleb Plant would have beat a Benavidez, oh yeah, he's ready for Canelo. He's ready because he's dealt with that type of style. He's dealt with the pressure. He knows what to do. He knows every square inch of the ring. Now, Andre Ward has been working with Caleb Plant. Andre Ward is picking Caleb Plant. And I don't have a problem with that. Show him the ropes. Try to show him a couple things, show him some tricks, show him a lot of the inside, tactics that you have or whatever like that that'll help him with Canelo. Overall, like Andre Ward said, it's all up to Caleb Plant to deliver. That's it. Like I said, he's got the skills. I just don't think he has enough. Canelo has the skills. Canelo can switch. Canelo can walk you down. Canelo can turn to a slick fighter where you can't touch him. Canelo always rolls with the punches. Canelo can go to the body. He's a great counter puncher. What you want to do? What you want to do? Now, for me, the X factor in this would be Canelo's knee. Okay, if Canelo is still having a problem with that, I think the left or right knee, I'm not sure what knee it is. If he's still having problems with that, it might be, I think Caleb Plant has a chance. That's if Caleb Plant can stick and move, spin out of that, use angles, and survive the rounds and bank on a lot of those rounds. Overall, like I said before, I'm picking Canelo to stop Caleb Plant in the middle rounds. Could be wrong. Prove me wrong, Caleb Plant. I don't want nobody from his team getting mad at me. It is what it is. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. I don't care how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how y'all feel. It ain't disrespectful. I'm not saying I don't believe in you. It's just gonna be hard for me to believe that you can stop that man. That's all I'm saying. Now we can get a Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, Mandalay Bay, November. I'm interested. I'm excited. This fight actually might be the fight of the year. I'm not gonna lie to you. It has all the makings of it. We know what Shawn Porter's gonna bring. Pressure. He brings the best out of all his opponents. Anyone that's ever beat Shawn Porter, they brought the best out of him. Now that Kell Brook fight, whatever. It was just whatever. It wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was just okay, whatever. Kell Brook did what he needed to do to get the win, secure the victory, get the title, back to the UK. Errol Spence fight, that was one of the best fights I ever seen. Back and forth, nonstop action, turning this way. I mean, turn you around. Low blows, drama. The late knockdown with Errol Spence knocking down Shawn Porter with the glove hitting the canvas. Yeah, man. And I had Shawn Porter winning up until the knockdown. Then I had Errol Spence. Yeah, then I had Errol Spence winning by 1 round. He won by 1 round. It was a split decision loss for for Shawn Porter. Every loss that Shawn Porter has had was been a close loss. Kell Brook, close loss. What was he? I think it was unanimous. What was it? Keith Thurman, unanimous, but it was a close. That was a close fight. That was probably, go back and watch that. That's a classic fight. Errol Spence, Shawn Porter, classic fight. Some people watch Ugas. That was a good fight too. A lot of people say Ugas beat Shawn Porter. He didn't, officially, but a lot of people said a lot of people said Ugas beat Shawn Porter. A lot of people said the Danny Garcia fight in which he lost to Shawn Porter is really a fight that Danny Garcia beat him. I didn't see that. I saw Shawn Porter winning that fight. So, like I said, Shawn Porter brings out the best, and he's fought everybody. Shawn Porter has fought everybody. Let's run down the names, shall we? As I already previously said, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Kell Brook, Adrian Broner, Andre Berto. Paulie beat the living dog shit out of Paulie Malignaggi. I mean, Malignaggi, whatever. Beat the dog shit out of Paulie. Not gonna lie. Who else he beat? He beat Adrian Canales in a close fight. I believe it hurt his hand. He got that victory. So he's fought everybody. They really cutting the yard right now. Like I'm trying to record a video. I hope y'all can't hear that, but nonetheless. Oh man, Shawn Porter, he has probably the best resume in the game. I ain't gonna lie. He probably has the best resume in the game. Now, as far as Bud, we don't know. I mean, a lot of people are gonna say we don't know what Bud is because he hasn't fought the top opposition. Great fighter, Hall of Famer. Okay. I think he's on what a 6-7 fight knockout streak at 47. And he's been coming up from weight, former undisputed 140 champion. Stop Jeff Horn. Stop Kell Brook. Amir Khan gave up. Stop Benavidez. Who else did he stop? Shit. Stop Green Machine. I mean Mean Machine. You know what I'm saying? Like man, he's been doing his thing. He has been doing his thing. So it's only right that you take on a Shawn Porter. And I don't want to hear no excuse of, oh man, Shawn Porter ain't been the same. And Shawn Porter lost to everybody. Or that's Earl Spence's leftovers. Because we could play this game all day. We can play this game all day. If you're an Earl Spence fan, and there's nothing wrong with Earl Spence fans, I love y'all, salute to y'all, salute to Earl Spence. But if somebody gets on any live stream and come out here and says that Shawn Porter was Earl Spence leftovers, so if Terence Crawford beats him, that win don't mean nothing. Oh, it's not the same Shawn Porter. He's been through a lot of wars. He wants to retire. Or Earl Spence already beat him. I don't want to hear that. No excuses. This is Terence Crawford's biggest fight that he's ever had. No excuses. I think Terence Crawford could turn this into a Diaz fight. If you go back and watch that Diaz fight, the way how Terence Crawford did Diaz, oh my God. I don't know if he even came back and boxed after that. It was embarrassing. He just took his pride. It got to a point where it was so bad. The ref was like, all right, man, we ain't even gotta. I think because Terence Crawford kept tapping Diaz in the head, just like he literally jabbed him like did it, and just kept. It was bad, bro. It was embarrassing. I felt bad for him. You literally seen a man's spirit just disappear in that ring. I don't think he ever fought again. I could be wrong. I think he might have a fight after that, but I doubt it, bro. And he was an Olympian. He was an Olympian for Cuba. Good fighter. I like him. As far as Terence Crawford and I see it being Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter is going to be a hell of a fight. Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas in November. Please get tickets. If you can go. You're gonna get I feel like you're gonna get your money's worth. I feel like that. Bud is a dog. Shawn Porter is a dog. Everybody in Bud camp say we're gonna knock Shawn Porter out. We're gonna be the first ones to stop him. Okay. He's only been put down twice. Adrian Broner in the 12th round. Earl Spence in, I believe, the 11th round. Man, I'm interested. I can't wait for that fight. Now, December. Tank. Rollie. Okay, does anybody really think Rollie's got a chance to beat Tank? Honestly, because I like Rollie. I'm rooting for Rollie, man. I think Tank is most likely going to win. I think this is going to be a fight that Tank needs as far as a rough, tough. I'm going to impose my will on you. I don't care what you're trying to do. I'm going right through it. I'm going to make you do what I want to do type of fight. Tank is probably he's going to mix it up, but I feel like he's going to be frustrated a lot. We might have a clash of heads because I feel like Rollie just going to run in there and try to do whatever with no kind of skill. That's how I feel. If Rollie gets knocked out, cool. If he knocks out Tank, oh, Lord. If Rollie knocks out Tank, this could be, I don't know, man. You're not the A side no more. I know Tank is always like, "Oh, we selling tickets and we doing this and blah blah blah." First of all, I seen it was for a championship, but I don't know what belt. I don't know what belt they got over there. Like, I don't know what WBA belt they got, because Josh Taylor's got all the belts at 140. Tio and Devin have all the belts at 135. Tank gave up his belt at 130 to go up to 135. I think he had a regular at 135 and he had a regular at 140. Well, they just did away with the regular, so I don't know what belt they fight for. Somebody please let me know. But yeah, man, I'm picking Tank on that. We got some Dillian Whyte news. Dillian Whyte pulled out of the Ottawa fight, and a couple people, coming out. Ottawa and his team are accusing him of not even being injured. A lot of people saying Dillian Whyte's trying to fight Tyson Fury. The WBC might mandate that fight, for the mandatory. So if Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury happens, okay, cool. Cool. It is what it is. Frank Warren and Bob Arum were, well, I think it was Bob Arum had said, hold on. Yeah, Bob Arum has said on Tyson Fury's next fight, this is according to Michael Benson, it is very, very important that Tyson, having done his last 5 fights in the U.S., that he goes back and does a fight in the U.K. He is a Brit. He has plenty of fans in the U.K. American fans have to learn to sing like Brits. That is what Bob Arum, the Bob father, a.k.a. Mr. Marinate, baby. That's what he had to say about it. Now, listen, we Tyson Fury can't sell in America unless he's fighting Deontay Wilder. We've seen it twice. The 2 fights he had. I don't know. I think it was shorts, which ended in like one or 2 rounds, and then Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin, man, I like Otto Wallin. I like Otto Wallin a lot. He's a good fighter. He gave Tyson Fury all he could handle in that fight. Otto Wallin gave Tyson Fury all he could handle. So if Tyson Fury can't sell in America, we're going back to the UK. You can't sell even if they did undisputed, you can't sell an undisputed fight between Tyson Fury and Usyk in America. Don't nobody know who Usyk is in America. Be real. Don't nobody know it. I think nobody cares. I think at that point, Tyson Fury should just drop the belt and then him and AJ just fight, or just do it exhibition. I don't care how you want to do it. I don't care how you want to do it, because Usyk versus Tyson Fury is not gonna sell at all. Usyk, no, absolutely not. Even if you take it over to UK, okay, cool. Fill out a stadium, but the money's different over in the UK compared to America. AJ and Tyson Fury would do crazy numbers over here because the Brits gonna come over here. You do Dillian Whyte Tyson Fury over in the UK. That sells out a stadium. I think it does, because Tyson Fury's gonna talk it up. You should have Dillian Whyte try to pull like a Derek Chisora type of move and pick up a table or something. Just go. They should be wrestling in the back like King Kong and Godzilla, and just have tables just falling and breaking and stuff, and everybody just be like, "Oh, it's massive, man! Oh, it's massive!" I don't know the UK lingo, but yeah, I do kind of know it. I'm just not gonna do the impression. It's just terrible. But definitely, I don't know. Tyson Fury should maybe just, if he can't get it. I mean, I don't think he cares about undisputed. He's already had all the belts. I think he wants the paydays. He's got 1 fight left on his deal. I kind of wish AJ would have won, so they could have just did undisputed. I really do. I really, really do. My bad. I don't know if y'all can hear me yawning, man. I'm tired. So with that being said, let me see what else is going on. I heard Deontay Wilder will be making his return probably in late March, April. He had hand surgery the other day on his right hand. Well, I think he broke one of his third knuckle. So, salute to Deontay Wilder. Say we hoping for a speedy recovery, trying to get you back in the ring. Man, hopefully maybe to take on a Dillian Whyte, or somebody. Let's get a big name. Let's get back in there, get it, shake that loss off and, keep going. Nonetheless, hit the like button, comment below, share, do all that. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. With that being said, I shall say it again. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that. We are on Facebook. We have the Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment Facebook group. We have Instagram, it's right there on the screen. We have Twitter, it's right there on the screen. And we have the Cash App if you want to donate something for your boy. It could be anything. Share, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for all things sports entertainment related. With that being said, it's your host, F. Merritt. I'm gone.